Hello guys, so I'm showing off my, JP account, and I'm playing Sims 3 Anniversary on my JP account, so yeah. My first unit is Ultimate Going, and he's really good if you use him on Majiluzaga, because you can, I don't know, you can't use the STR one with him on the same team because the STR one is the leader for it, so yeah. And after he extremely awakens, he's really tremendous at tanking and doing damage, so yeah. The next unit is that's free to play Goku. He isn't that good, and he isn't that good too. So this unit is real good. He's free to play. He's free to play to get 100%, and he gets 20% attack from every key, rainbow key sphere he obtains, and 2 key. In total 3 key, and he raises for every ally on the rotation. He gives 20% if he's in the first, if he's the first unit to attack. The second unit is Bruhan, and good back in the day, but he isn't that good anymore because he's really outdated, and his passive is not anymore. If he would have like 12% attack and defense, that would really be good. He would still be good because he can defend a little bit then, but that 3000 HP isn't that good. As an example, you get 10 arcs and you just get 30k HP recovered, so he's eyed. So I don't like this guy so much because of the slings. So you see, wow, 170% attack, that's OP as hell, and 12% HP recovery. Oh my god, is this unit good? But no, his slings aren't that good because he doesn't have any healing at all, so he at least needs 6 key on every normal team, and he has 2 categories, and because of his slings he doesn't really fit good on them. Ella Vegeta. First of all, I love their art, so yeah, they are really good. I don't have any dupe, of course, because it's really hard to get them twice. And they do have attack and defense 120%, and per every key sphere they opt rainbow key sphere they obtain, they'll get 3. So that's really good. And when they transform, if you're in the 6th turn and under 50% of your HP, you recover all of your HP and get 150 attack and defense, and 4 key per rainbow key sphere obtained, and he counters with tremendous power. So yeah, he's just busted. And the next unit is SSJ for Gogeta, and I mean, his passive is really good. He lowers attack and defense by 20% against extreme units or just enemies, and 120% attack, and a counter chance of 70% with a tremendous multiplier. And he gets 50% attack and defense on every super attack, but he doesn't stack it, it's just for 1 turn. So his stats are really good for a TY unit, and basically he's just good, and I love his art. And the next unit is, let's don't talk about him. He's good because he can do really good damage, but the only downfall of him is, to be honest, his slings. He has some good attack links, he has his battle, Super Saiyan, obviously limit breaking form, but he doesn't have prepared for battle. If he would have had prepared for battle or over in a flash, he would have been real good, but since he doesn't have any of the slings, he really isn't that good on both of these teams. On Super Saiyan 3 especially, because the most units do really need over the Flash. The next unit is Kale, and she's really good, one of the best in featured units, because she has 120% attack buff, and she has a great chance to get a super attack on a guaranteed additional. And I do have a dupe into her, and I gave her free dodge because she doesn't tank well, and before she awakes, she loses 30% of her defense like Super Saiyan 3 Go tanks, but now she lowers the defense of the enemy, so that's really good. Super Saiyan 3 Goku Angel. He's good, but the only problem is if you do have the real unit, of course, Dokkan Fast, you can't really use him anymore, and he has 4 categories, and he's real good, but he doesn't tank that well. Super Saiyan Rage Goku, he's real good cause he gets 90% attack, which is decent, but it's not that crazy. And he does have Shattering the Limit, which is bad, but he has really not that good of a passive, cause if you use them on and you have like 20% HP left, and then you're getting super attacked, but you have like 1 HP left, and there is another unit to tank, and then you'll basically still die, so it's really worthless, to be honest, so I wouldn't really recommend him using, but he's alright. Super Saiyan C Bardock, I mean, if you do have the real unit, he isn't really that good anymore, but attack and defense 80%, but that 80% is only for 5 turns, so that's not that good, and he's decently can tank if you're under that threshold with them 5 turns, but yeah. Tapion does like everything. He has good attack and defense buff, 80%, and he has a medium chance to do a critical hit, and he changes STR ops to Rainbow Keys first, and I like that because you can open more paths with it, so I like that. The next unit is Ella Broly, and the funny thing about it is that I pulled him on a single with the tickets, or in a multi, I don't remember, but it's like 6 months ago, yeah, 6 months ago, so that's really long ago, but I mean, he's good, but he doesn't tank well, of course, cause he loses 40,000 of his defense if he does do both of his supers, so yeah. And you need his, 18Q, so that's real important because he'll be tremendous damage then. The next unit is Super Saiyan just Super Saiyan Bardock, and he doesn't get any attack buff, he gets, what the fuck, so he supports and gives 20% attack and 2 key if your HP is over 30%, so I think that's a real good passive, and the SCR product is pretty similar, but he gives key, so that's really important in today's meta, so yeah. And he, surprisingly enough, has 145% attack multiplier on his 12th key, so that's really good. Kenny Vegito is real good on Super Battle Road, cause he has a 50% dodge chance, but aside of Super Battle Road, he isn't real good on Dokkan events or, well, Extreme Z Awakenings. He wouldn't be too bad there. The next one is, how funny, Tech-Based Vegito. He's a supporter and gives attack and defense 30% to all allies, doesn't matter if he's super type unit or extreme type unit. I have deep into him, and he can do pretty good. I mean, he can tank pretty well, and she gives on top of that 30% attack and defense, another 25% for one turn if he's the first attacker. So yeah, that's real good. Agility Golden Fever. He's one of the best tankers in the game, cause 90% damage reduction is real good. And you can use him on Super Agility, Super Battle Road, or Resurrected Warrior Super Battle Road. But I wouldn't really, I don't know, but is the tech Golden Fever better than this one? I don't know, but both of them are real good. But the only bad thing is that 50% threshold. So yeah. Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. He, by the way, I lost my account I thought I lost my account for 5 months, cause I thought I lost my, so I thought I used the wrong email, but I actually had the right one for it. So yeah, but that's something else to talk about. It's not really that important. So I got her when the new summon animations came out, and I got her in the guaranteed SSR summon, and I was really happy because I do have a Levadito, which I'm really happy still about. So yeah, and the next unit is, I haven't even talked about it. So she gets 12% attack and defense per Rainbow Key Sphere attained, and she has a 50% chance to get a super attack on top of her guaranteed additional. So that's really good. I like that a lot. And what does he? Yeah, he. That's all about it, I guess. Yeah. I can lock him up. I don't really use him anymore. I used him back in the day when I got my account back, but since I have the Dokkan Fest one, he doesn't really benefit anymore for me. He has a good passive, attack and defense 70%, which is already decent, but that the bad thing is that he gets 50% attack up and defense per tech key spell. And for sister 18, his sister 18 gets like 12% attack and 7% defense. So yeah, per attack. Per key spell. The next unit is Tian, and if you live under a rock, you maybe heard of that. He's really good on full power and Universe 17 because he can support LL Goku and Frieza and give 6 key, 40% attack and defense, and yeah, he's really good on that team, and he's basically good because he has Overnight Flash, which really helps. So LL Goku Black, and I put them on, what is it again? On the tech banner when Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku came out. I was really happy because, oh by the way, I put both of them in the same multi. So I was really happy about that. And I couldn't believe it that I pulled an LR after pulling Broly, and then he added to my collection 3 summonable LRs. And he's so good with SRZ and their own QR version, cause they basically share the same links. All rings will be activated, and they recover 15% attack. HP, and they do have 30% defense buff for 6 turns if you get their 18 key, and for 3 turns, and also defense 30%, you'll get just that amount, and if you hit their 12 key. But it isn't really possible if you get done together with STRSA because he supports and basically links all with him. So this unit is real bad. I don't really want to talk about him. He also he's okay. You can use him with I guess I love Super Saiyan Goku, but he's still really bad and he's okay. But I wouldn't say you should use him on any tech team. STR Zamasu, I don't really like him, so yeah, I didn't want to talk about him. This STR based Goku is also really good, cause he gets 30% defense and 120% attack if he supers, and if he's facing one enemy he gets 3 keys, so that's also really good. The stats are fine, I guess, but he has also some good links. But the only problem is that he doesn't have Super Saiyan, but he obviously isn't in Super Saiyan, so yeah. It's the moment when he defeated Super 17 in GT. This Frieza isn't that bad. He gives 25% to all extreme type allies, so I like his passive a lot, and he reduces damage received by 30%, so that's really good. The next unit is wait, let me up. I'm so happy that I got him Rainbow Star. So I pulled him 1,000 times. Basically, I got him once with the Wish of Strip, and then I got him 4 more times just from summons. And he's the best partner with Ultra Instinct Goku, and both of them are going to do a lot of damage if you do have Ultra Instinct Goku with him in the rotation. And the next unit is SSJ2 Bardock. He's a really good support unit. If you're over 30% HP, you'll get 30% attack up, which is really good. And the sleeper skill is alright, but it's outdated, to be honest. But he raises attack, and it's an infinite stack, just for that fight, not forever. So yeah. Bergamo isn't really that good, but that's why he isn't that good. So he came out, and everyone thought, wow, he's a really good unit. Attack and defense 12% up per rainbow keys for, STR keys for obtains. That isn't that bad for a UR unit, but that's the problem. He's a UR unit, and I think he should really truly be UR unit. They could have really awoken them with, he maybe just with, I don't know, like Ella Vegito and the base Goku, Super Saiyan Goku on the left right here, could have just awoken from the Ella Gogeta event. I don't know, but I felt like that. He's really okay, but the only problem is that he changes. Oh wait, is that really a problem? Not really. He changes Tech Orbs to Rainbow Orbs and gets 50% attack, and you can use them on Androids, but not really, because 18 or Cell do need really, you'll get the most of Tech, because like 18, she changes physical orbs to Tech, so yeah. The next unit is Super Saiyan Goku Jr. And he doesn't tank well at all, but kinda, cause he's 100%, you can get him 100% freely. And he gets 40% on his super attack and minus 40% on his super attack with his defense, so minus 40% attack defense, on his super attack, which is really bad, but he gets it's a great chance to get 40% attack, which is really good. So in total 80%, and that's really good. The next unit is Super Saiyan. Wait, I just want to see how far I Um, so this is Super Saiyan Seal Tanks, I would call him, because he seals on his super attack, so that's real good. That's real good on Super Battle Road as an example, on Fusion or Super Fist, so that's really good. And he gets 100% attack on his super attack. And if you're linking up with a good linking partner, like I don't know, like physical Super Vegito, they will link up real good cause they do have real metal links. I would use them on all of his teams if you can, and yeah, he's just good. The next unit is 70+Urs. He's, I guess, the best linking partner for 70+Urs, cause I don't know, but I think they share every link besides legendary power, but legendary power is only for exclusively for last. So yeah, he gets 200% attack, and you think, wow, that's real busted, but the stats aren't that good, so yeah, it's kind of balanced. But he's a decent unit, especially with 70+Urs. Android 21. Android 21 is a really good supporter for the Android category, and you should only use it her there, cause she just basically how should I say, I mean, she links up pretty well with STR Android 21, but the only problem is that she doesn't have Fierce Battle, right? She's free to play, yeah. So she doesn't have Fierce Battle, which is really unfortunate. If she would have had Fierce Battle and Awoken from with a token event, I guess there would have been a good rotation, but yeah. The next unit is 17. He's not trench code 17, by the way, so he's just Hellfighter 17, and he gets 2 key and 90% attack if you face one enemy, which is, I guess that's fine, but kinda outdated too. And his links are really good for the Android category, not gonna lie, and his only category is the Android category, so he works pretty well on the Extreme Ins team, so that's also really good. Agility, Kaioken, Goku. To be honest, he's just trash, but the only good thing about him is his infinite stack, but if you like super attacks 10 times, you will have like 700, 800k attacks it, or at most 1 mil attacks it, rainbow, so it's just not that good. And yeah, that's about it. Android 21, I farmed her twice, cause I wanted to try them both on the same team, on the Android category team. So both work, but I wouldn't really say it. I wouldn't really recommend using her because she doesn't have good stats at all, and she only gives 20% and she gives 30, yeah. The next unit is in free-to-play Reddit. Some people say he's overrated, but I never heard he's overrated. Maybe because everyone thinks he's good for the Tournament of Power, the mile. I mean, what tournament, but still, I mean, like 50% attack at the start of turn, and 6 key, and attack and defense 30% if you're facing 2 or more enemies, which is really good. 80% attack and 30% defense is alright for a free to play, and 6 key, so you basically get basically a guaranteed super attack, but he's still not that good. The next unit is Android 18, and I use her on only Androids because she benefits the most from there, because she links really good with them. Or I guess Universe 7, but that's alright. So she has a passive which is extremely good, like extremely good. 12% attack and defense, 7% for every keys for obtained, and it stacks with her other passive, which is attack and defense 70%, and she infinitely she just raises her attack and it stacks all the time, so she is a beast when you're talking about defense. The next unit is Jiren. He's a really good free-to-play unit. You will get him in the first stage of Jiren's Dokkan event. If you're getting 10 key, he'll get 50, only if he attacks, by the way. When he attacks, he gets 50% damage reduction at 10 key and if you attack. In free-to-play base tournament Gohan, he gets free key and 60% if you are fighting 2 or less enemies, so that's real good. And his stats are alright, but the only problem is that he only gets like that free-to-play hidden potential system, what I don't like. Physical 17. So if you live under a rock, you probably know that he lowers attack and defense on his super attack, if they of course can get lowered, and he has 120% attack on super attack and free key for all allies, and defense 60% for all allies, and HP 70. If your HP is 70% or below, you'll get 40% damage reduction, which is also real good. And it is really not hard to get below that 70% threshold. So the next unit is free to play SSJ Gohan. I really like him because he okay, his links aren't that good, but his passive is real good. He gives to all super class allies 2 key and 25% attack and defense, so that's real good. And this is another word tournament unit. I don't have him awoken yet, but I will in the near future. He's really fine on extreme tech, but outside of that, not really that good. And he's in the worst category, by the way, the Namekian category. The next unit is free-to-play Jackie Chan. And he gets 70% attack and defense, and like that... Wait a minute, where is he again? Like this unit, if your HP is at 20% or below that, where is he again? Yeah. He'll get a pretty good buff. Attack and defense 70% for a free-to-play unit is real good, but that HP, that KO thing isn't really effective at all, so that's nah fam. Piccolo, I would call him Pikoku. He has a passive which gives him 40% attack at the start of turn, which is alright, but it is really bad. But don't forget, he's a free-to-play unit, and he has another passive which gives him free key and attack and defense 50%, but you need to be under 70% or at 70%, and it really isn't that hard, but you know, he's free to play, so. But I mean, 90% attack is really good for a free to play unit, by the way. Don't mind me, it's like by Juve, I can't pull their last dupe, so I need just one more to rainbow them, but I can't. And I'm so pissed off. I'm feeling like I'm truth right now because the last 30 summons were just like gold statues and hours and ends. So it really pisses me off. I want to rainbow them because I can use them on the Android category. So yeah, at least I have them SA20. That's a good thing, I guess. The next unit is SSJ2, Bulma, and Vegeta. He gets attack and defense 50% if he faces one enemy and Fiki, and he counters with what was it? Not tremendous. To be honest, I forgot. He just counters normal attacks. And the worst thing about him, in my opinion, he's a good unit, but the worst thing about him is he doesn't have any categories like a summonable one, which I don't really like because I think both of them should be in the category. I know Bulma is right there, but I don't know. It's really bad. SSJ Goku, if he extremes the awakens, he's really effing good. And the bad thing about him is just the slings, but in total he's a really good unit. And don't underestimate him. He can have 1 million attacks if he's a rainbow. So yeah, I have him as a 6, and I don't really want to use him that much because he doesn't really benefit me on Pure Saints. The next unit is free-to-play Piccolo, and he's the best Piccolo in the game, even better than the in Piccolo. He gets, of course, LR1, attack and defense 60% up and 12% attack per every rainbow key sphere obtained and free key. And if you're at the 5th term, wait, let me see. Yeah, at the 5th term, he'll transform. By the way, I love his art. He'll get he gets 30% HP recovery for once only, and attack and defense 70%, and 50% attack for every rainbow key sphere, and free key, so basically 4 key, and 18k HP recovery. This guy is busted as hell, so I would really recommend him easy. And I asked in Juve's Discord yesterday if I should easy him, but they all said yes, it's worth it. So yeah. Next unit is SSJ4 Vegeta. I don't have, unfortunately, any dupes him, so yeah. Attack and defense 120%, already effing good, but he gets he already also has a 30% chance to counter super attacks like Gogeta and Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan Goku. So yeah, all of them are basically the same unit cause they do all the counter attack. And I mean, attack and defense 120% is good, but it's like he seems like two normal units to me. But yeah, this guy will get Extreme Awakening this month in October, and that's guaranteed, just confirmed. And he has really good stats. Okay, his defense is really bad. No, it's alright, but his attack is really bad, but his HP is real good, and especially when you consider how old he is now. He's like almost 3 years old now, at least 2 years. He has a busted passive of 50% attack and defense for every units on your team, so that's really amazing. I liked it a lot. And the next unit is Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He gets 70% defense for just being in the rotation. It's at the start of turn. For 17, oh my god, As 7 turns, he gets attack 120%, which is good, but it's only for 7 turns. But 7 turns you will get around it, so I guess it's not too bad. But yeah, it's a thing that yeah, stats are really good too, and I mean you can use them on Super Saiyan 3 team, but the only problem is that his allow version does already have the same name, so a bad thing. The next unit is Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. I got a deep into him, and he has the passive of attack and defense 20,000 and defense 10,000. So I hate that. It's a real bad passive, and the other demigod leaders were much better at their passive, so I don't like that. And a bad thing about him too is he lowers 5% HP, which isn't that bad of a problem, but it is kinda too because it's your HP. But the best thing, and the only thing I would use him, is his links. He has the best key links in my opinion. Prepared for battle, shocking speed, over in a flash, and he is Super Saiyan, and power bestowed by God. So, Ultra Instinct Goku. I was so happy because I got 2 dupes of him. And he gets attack and defense 100%, which is good. But, like I said by SSJ for Vegeta, that's too basic to me, to be honest. But, if he transforms, he gets 150% attack buff and a free key, so that's really effing good. And if you do have him with SSJ God Goku, which I have rainbowed, you've seen that before, yeah, you will just wreck everyone's ass with this. So he has a 150% attack multiplier on his 12 key super, by the way, and he raises attack. That's 30% attack buff. Super Saiyan 3 Goku Angel. The bad thing, like I said before, is, look, yeah? That's a bad thing. They do have the same name, and he definitely outdamages him. Clearly, cause he gets 120% attack and 20% attack per every rainbow keys for obtained. So that's a real good passive. In total 220% attack, which is tremendous, but you really, if you are the luckiest person on earth and get 5 key on 5 key, just basically, of course, rainbow keys first, you're really lucky. But the only downfall of him is he has a 140% attack multiplier on his 12 key super, which really hurts him a lot. The next unit is Super Saiyan Trunks, and he's really good in Super Battle Road cause he has 40% attack damage reduction to agility units and he got attack 80%, so that's really good too. And I mean, he's alright, but he isn't really that crazy. The next unit is, and I really want to get him, you know, maybe like Dokkan Awakening. I don't know, I feel like that, but yeah, I'm real pissed off that he doesn't still have any awakening at all. The next unit is this supporter going. Yeah, don't be pissed off. I don't have him I don't have him Dokkan Awakens, but he's really not benefiting for me. But I will awaken him obviously in the future, but I can't really awaken right now. The next unit is this Piccolo. It is alright cause now I haven't awakened him too. And he gives, now he's real bad, 25% defense for every unit on your team, which is bad, but after he awakens he gives 70% to all allies, which is really tremendous, and that's why I like him, but his links are trash, so yeah. She's the supporter for the Tournament of Power team, and she gives 2 key and 30% attack and defense, and her stats are alright, but like at 100% she only has 9,569 attack, but she really has good HP and some decent defense too. And I like her booty, by the way. It's real. And yeah, she's only good on the Tournament of Power team. I wouldn't use her like Android 21 and any other team. Tech Easy A Perfect Cell. He's really good cause he gets 15% attack and 1 key. 1 key per rainbow keys for obtained, and 50% per every keys for obtained. So that's real good, and his stats are obviously busted because he's Extreme Z Awakening unit like every other unit, and he's the best, I guess, on the he's the best on the Android category team, because he can, where is he? Let me show you him off here. LSL, you can link him up with LSL and they will work perfectly together and they will do tremendous damage. Agility got Goku. He's really basic. Attack and defense 80% when he supers, and he gets a 30% attack buff on every super attack, and that's stack. So I like this unit, but he doesn't work as nearly as good with Ultra Instinct Goku as the Super Saiyan God Goku, the STR one. So yeah, both of them are real good, and he's the more defensive viability, cause look at this. He has without dupe 7,400 attack, and he has, oh no, not this guy. Where is he? Here, and he has 600 more at a rainbow level, so that's really a difference. The next unit is Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I like this unit a lot cause he has a real good, and also just the normal passive. His passive is 90% attack and defense at the start of turn, and his stats are alright. His attack stat is really low, but his defense stats and his HP stat is real good. And yeah, and he raises his attack, but I don't think it's an infinite stack, and just correct me if I'm wrong. The next unit is Omega Shenron. By the way, I'm using his theme right now. Why didn't I lock him up? He's alright in today's meta, but I hate this event, by the way. Here, I haven't awoken him, and I haven't given him any potential. So yeah, so he has some decent stats, but when that's crazy to me. I'm shocked, but when he's awoken, he has a 7,700 defense stats, which is tremendous when you think about it, because some LRs do only have that defense stat, so it's crazy to me. His passive is attack and defense, just only attack defense, down by 20% against every opponent and 60% now, but he gets 80% attack buff after he awakens. The next unit is Tech Vegeta Blue. I was so lucky, and I got him in the last multi. Spoiler alert, I got Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta 2, and he can do at least one additional, and he can do up to 2 additionals, and he has a great chance to do that. And he gets 50% attack per every attack he has done, so up to 150%. And he raises his attack and defense, and that's a 20% attack buff for every super attack. The next unit is Cauliflower. She gets 20% per tournament of power unit, and that's real good. It gets up to 80% attack, and the coolest thing about her is that she gets 60% chance if you're using 4 units, and it doesn't matter if you use 4 units at all in your team or you use 3 units aside her. I would use just 3 units on a pure Saiyan team or super team, so yeah, it could work. And her passive is real good, so 60% chance to dodge, which is crazy, and she raises her attack, defense for 1 turn, but it's just for 1 turn. The next unit, like I said, is SSB Evolution Vegeta. He's a really effing good unit. Someone in the Discord said that he's really bad and he's overrated, but nah fam, he's crazy good. Attack 120%, and he launches 2 additional attacks, and additional attack can't be super, so both of them. And after he awakens, look at them categories, look at them, 5 categories, that's crazy. When he awakens, he greatly lowers attack on his super attack, and what he does is attack and defense 130% at the start of turn, and he launches up to what range up to he guaranteed launches up. God damn, I'm so dumb. He's launching 2 additionals, which can't be a super attack again, and he gets 10% more of a crit chance. And if you have 15 crit, 2 dupes, and that's 70%, he has a 100%, 100% critical chance. The next unit is Kaioken Goku. I put him on a single, which could have been in a law, and he gets attack and defense 70% on super attack, and if your HP is below 50%, you're getting 5 key and 50% attack. He's alright, but he needs an awakening to really shine, and he infinitely stacks his attack. The next unit, and my last unit on this video, oh my god, nearly 50 minutes. I'm such a dumbass, but I'm still uploading this video. So he gets 90% attack and defense at most if you're at full HP, and if your HP is 1%, he only gets 10%, which is really underwhelming. And he can do up to 2 additionals. The first additional is guaranteed, and one of them has a 10%, so a 20% chance to get a super attack. So my video is finished, and I'm really proud of me that I did this video with many. Let's finish up the video. Bye guys, have a great day.